If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Krista Ellis. I'm the host of Mindfulness Mondays. So good that you're here. And if you're coming back, it's so good to see you again. And just remember that you'll be muted during the session. Feel free to use the chat to submit questions or comments. Nico loves to chat after we do our session, so don't be shy. Please join us on video if you're capable of it and in a place that's safe for you to see one another. It's really mindful for us to be very present, even in this virtual space, by having the camera on and literally just pausing for the next 25 minutes that we have together. Our next session will be with Dr. Taylor Rush on November 11th. And I want to share a couple of things that's coming up at the Parkinson's Foundation. As most of you know, we host our weekly education and wellness programs through PD Health and Home, Mindfulness Mondays, Wellness Wednesdays, and Fitness Fridays. Our next Wellness Wednesday will be an extension of our Care Partner Summit that we just kicked off this weekend. So this Wednesday, we will address the Care Partner's perspective of being new to Parkinson's. So receiving a Parkinson's disease diagnosis can feel overwhelming for yourself as a care partner or for you as a person living with Parkinson's disease. You'll join us as we explore the unique ways as each person experiences the diagnosis differently. We'll discuss how relationship dynamics may change and how those dynamics, this conversation can provide guidance on maintaining a strong sense of self throughout the journey. So again, we're just a reminder that this Wednesday's webinar is designed for care partners, and we welcome those living with Parkinson's disease to join us. And note that the focus is on supporting those who identify as care partners. So you can find out more about the extension of the Care Partner Summit by going to our website at parkinson.org/PD Health. And here's a quick outline of what the Care Partner Summit is this month. Like I said, we kicked it off November 2nd. The recording's posted on the YouTube if you want to visit that content and explore the conversation of adaptability and resiliency. We're coming together again for those of you who are new to the Parkinson's disease community this Wednesday, November 6th, and then we'll come back on November 20th to discuss the practical tools and tips of what our care partners are able to share with us and for their journey so far. Awesome. So just some quick updates of what's going on in the month of November. And now I've stolen, making up words. All words are made up, right? Now I've taken up enough of our time, and I myself am so ready to drop into this space of mindfulness with your guidance. Nico, thank you for being here today.
Thank you. It is a delight to be here with all of you. And let's see if I can. There it is. Now I can see everybody. When I get spotlighted, I just see myself, and that is not very exciting. It's much more interesting to see all of you. So I have to click the boxes so I see all of you. I love hearing about all of the different programming that Parkinson's is offering. And I love especially that they're supporting caretakers, because that is such a deep part of the process. So most of you know me. It's really fun to see people popping up from all over the United States, from Canada, from the UK. It's so fun to see people that I have gotten to know over the last 2 or 3 years, and then seeing people who are here for the first time. For those of you who don't know me, so I'm Nico Hase. I have a PhD in counseling psychology, and I travel all over the place teaching meditation to all kinds of people. So right now I'm in a rented house in Colorado, but Devon and I often live out of our van, which is parked right outside in the driveway. And we travel together and we teach together. We're both meditation teachers. And I would like bringing together this sort of meditative mindfulness with what I've learned from being a PhD psychologist. Today, we are going to focus in on the theme of joy. And so you can kind of get a sense right away, what is your reaction to that? And my guess is, how many people do we have on here? 124 people on this call. There is going to be a range of reaction when I tell you that we are going to focus in on joy. Some people are going to think, great, I love joy. Let's learn how to cultivate joy together. And others are going to think, oh my God, what is this sappiness? I don't want to talk about joy. Let's get to the real stuff, right? So all I want to say is whatever your reaction is, whether it is delight at the prospect or hesitance, skepticism, that is all very welcome here. Always. A couple of things that I want to say about joy before we get into our meditation. One, cultivating joy, doing meditation practices that gradually incline the heart in the direction of joy is not a demand to feel a particular way, right? It doesn't mean I'm supposed to feel great right now. And if I don't, then I'm a bad meditator. That's one thing that's really important to say right up front. We incline the mind and the heart in a particular direction with these very gentle nudges. And over time, the heart will lean in that direction. But throughout the process, we are going to have the full range of human experiences. And it's the full range of human experiences that we're interested in together. So if we start the joy meditation and you suddenly feel angry, sad, fearful, whatever kinds of things come up for you, you're just completely distracted, you feel numb or dull, you are having the right meditation. It's all good. Second thing to talk about in terms of joy, this is a really beautiful practice to do on the go. One of the reasons I love the joy practice is it's because hello, words for me now a problem too. It's in the air. It's something that we can do in a seated formal meditation practice. And then we take it on the road. So when you are the passenger in a car, or you're riding the bus, or you're at a doctor's appointment, you can do this joy practice wherever you are. It is very portable. But enough of me talking about it. Maybe we could start doing it, right? So there's only really two things that you're going to be doing. One is coming back to your experience. And that's the first part of what I'll guide here, coming back to your experience. And two is nudging in the direction of joy by thinking of someone that you like, thinking of something that's going well for them, and then wishing for them to enjoy that. That's the whole thing. It's very simple, but you'll see in a moment. So you could find yourself in a nice, comfortable meditation posture. If it's available to you, it's nice to be a little bit upright, just to have a sense of wakefulness in the body, alertness in the body. Even more important, relaxed. So letting the shoulders maybe drop, softening the face, softening the hands. And you could allow your eyes to close or just soften your gaze. And if it's supportive, you might take a couple of deeper breaths. And once you've taken those deeper breaths, just Allow your breath to be natural. If it's deep, let it be deep. If it's not so deep, let it be not so deep. And you could bring a warm awareness, a kind attention to your heart. And I always think that this is a radical moment when we bring awareness to our own hearts, because so much of the time our awareness is focused outwards. What a beautiful thing just to focus inwards for a moment and sense, how is it now? And maybe can you name one emotion or two emotions that might be present? There could be contentment, joy, fear, could be irritation, calm. What's alive in your experience right now? And now, from the space of being a little more connected with your heart, think of a person that's easy for you to like. Nobody's a perfect person, of course, but someone that's basically easy. It could be a grandchild, it could be a pet, a dog, a cat, it could be a spiritual figure. It doesn't matter who it is, it just matters that there's someone that's pretty easy for you. You kind of just enjoy their company. And now think of all of the things that are going well for them. Now, each life, of course, has its 10,000 joys and its 10,000 sorrows. And we're not ignoring the difficulty. But for the purpose of this meditation, we're tuning in to what is going well for this loved one. And it can be the simplest things, right? Like they got a new pair of shoes, totally acceptable. They have a nice place to live or they have friends, right? Think of what is going well. And then you could add a phrase, may your many blessings continue. My dear friend, may your many blessings continue. And your mind might go to another person that you like. That's totally okay. Think of what's going well for them and then wish them well. May your many blessings continue. And we'll just be in silence for about a minute, letting your mind play, letting your mind recognize what is good in your friends' lives, and wishing them well. May your many blessings continue. And now you could take another deep breath. Maybe let your body rock side to side, stretch if that's available to you. You can open your eyes, look around. And as I was saying, this is a practice that you can do seated with your eyes closed. And once you get familiar with it, then you can take it on the road, wherever you are in your day, whatever you are doing. You can think of somebody that you basically enjoy and you can wish them well. Think of what's going well for them. May your many blessings continue. Or you're walking around, or you're wheeling around, or you're moving around through the world and you see strangers. You don't even have to know who they are. You know there are blessings in their lives and you just pick something. Like sometimes I'll think like, oh, nice pair of jeans. May your many blessings continue. You're driving a fancy car. May your many blessings continue. And I just kind of play this as the background music for my mind as I'm running errands or doing whatever it is that I'm doing. You can do this from home. You can do this outside, whatever is working for you. So we have some time, 5, 6, 7 minutes for anything that came up, and you can type into the chat. Maybe one of two things. First is how'd that go? What did you experience? And or do you have any questions? So how'd that go? Do you have any questions? And somebody's asking me already over a direct message, by heart, do you mean our soul? And I think that's a lovely question. Whatever you experience is the deepest part of you that lives here somehow. If you want to call that your heart, I think you could call that your heart. If you want to call that your soul, I think it's beautiful to call that your soul. So I leave it to you. But whatever the deepest part of you that lives here, that's what I'm referring to. Babs is saying, joyfully short. Yes, that was a bit of a shorter meditation. How did that go? What did you experience? Oh, this is from Krista asking, how did that go? What did you experience? Do you have any questions? I felt a lot of warm thoughts and it was nice. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Increased empathy for others. Beautiful. Increased empathy. Sometimes just putting our attention on others and wishing them well, we have this kind of resonance and it feels good. Oh, thinking of others distressed me. See, that's another thing that can come up, and that is perfectly okay. As I said in the beginning, there's no right and wrong feelings to have during this. You know, the intention is that we gradually incline in the direction of feeling joy at other people's goodness, their accomplishments, the wonderful things that are happening in their mind. And we will meet other people's difficulties, right? And sometimes we'll meet the way that those difficulties are impacting us. And so it's very helpful to just make room for all of it. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Right now, it's a little distressing to think about such and such a person, possibly because of what is going on in their life or how it's impacting me. And that's okay. That's okay. And you just kind of continue the practice and see what happens next. Hmm. I love sending blessings and love to the people in my life. Beautiful. De-stressed. Very nice. A lightness in my heart. I love the simplicity of this meditation. Focusing on others takes me out of being focused on my own concerns. Great insight. Yeah, sometimes, of course, sometimes we need to be focused on what's happening here and what's happening here and taking care of things. But sometimes we need to balance that by being focused on others. I wished many people that is easier than giving to myself. Perfect. Sometimes it is easier to offer goodness, good wishes to others than it is to offer those good wishes to ourselves. And again, that's okay too. It really doesn't matter whether you're offering to others, whether you're offering to yourself, whether you're offering to someone you know or someone you don't know. It's this just gentle inclining the mind in the direction of wholeness, goodness, caring, that I think over time uplifts the spirits. Thinking of others helped me, yes, leads me into gratitude for small pleasures. At first, I felt sorrow, sort of a sense of guilt for inviting in the essence of joy. Sorry, I just lost the screen for a moment. Um, ah, And then when I thought of my someone that is easy to like, that joy was unquestionably felt and so easily expressed. Beautiful. I do that for people in my life facing a major struggle, but now I will think about doing it for others as well. It's almost like praying. Exactly. It is almost like praying. We've recently had to focus on my husband's disabilities. This has a good exercise to remind myself of what he can still do well and hope this continues. Beautiful. I think the practice is being recorded to view later. So just a couple more minutes because I know I have to pass it back to Krista for some really exciting stuff that's happening at Parkinson's. But there's a question here. Is it okay to think about or enjoy a friend who has passed on by her own means? I think so. If the feeling that you're getting is an uplift, if it's leading in the direction of connection, I say, go for it. My dogs got quiet. It's like they were listening and were giving joy to me. Very good. We tend to focus on others and not so much on ourselves. Today, I will focus on myself. Love it. Inclining the mind, that phrase, it can be really helpful. No expectations or requirements, just leaning in that direction. It's a kind of training. Beautifully said. I love taking a few moments in my day to feel joy. And where's the recording? Here is the recording, the link to the recording. So, my friends, always a delight to be here with you. Devon was supposed to be here. Devon is my partner, my life partner, my teaching partner. She was supposed to be with you here today, but she's recovering from COVID and she doesn't have a lot of energy right now. She is really looking forward to being with you, though, in December. So until then, please take very good care, and I will pass it back to Krista.
Thank you, Nico. Always appreciate the way that you invite us into these places of reflection and contemplation, and especially into that space of joy today. Really appreciate it. And each one of you, thank you for continuing to show up, to hold this container. You know, this isn't possible without your presence, and you showing up makes this community possible. So thank you for being here. I have a couple of announcements to make. Feel free to drop off if you're ready to go, and invitations to help the Parkinson's Foundation move research forward. The Parkinson's Foundation is proud to be a partner in a new NIH-funded study exclusively for family caregivers of people living with Parkinson's disease with cognitive change, hallucinations, or dementia, or even people with Lewy body dementia. This study is called Persevere. It's entirely virtual. It was created to try and understand whether and how a disease-specific caregiver-centered educational intervention can improve caregiving knowledge, confidence, strain, and even our health outcomes. So you can learn more about this study by visiting the Persevere website here, scanning the QR code on the screen, and yeah, the information's there for you to snap with your phone. And then since our founding, the foundation has funded more than $449 million in groundbreaking research and care. And since 2010, we have provided 678 scientists with research grants, helping to transform the way that we diagnose and the way that we treat Parkinson's. PD Generation, Mapping the Future of Parkinson's Disease, is a global research study that provides genetic testing and genetic counseling at no cost for people diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. By joining PD Generation, you can discover your individual connection to the disease while helping map the future of what tomorrow's breakthroughs can be for those living with Parkinson's. So please share this opportunity with your community and those who are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. It will really help drive the needle forward in understanding Parkinson's disease at a deeper level and for future generations. With that, please, between our sessions, if you have any questions or something's changed or something's new in your Parkinson's navigation, don't hesitate to reach out to the helpline, 1-800-4PD-INFO. We also have Parkinson specialist staffing an email inbox at helpline@parkinson.org and our comprehensive website, parkinson.org. So until then, my friends, may you each feel some joy and invite that joy, that expression of joy into your days ahead. I'll be thinking of you. Until soon, be well.